Halloween, a time filled with candy, costumes, and curiosity. It's a holiday celebrated by more than 179 million Americans. But how did the holiday actually start?
Probably from a pagan holiday.
Halloween is a celebration of the season change, what I think.
Started with those pagan, sinful Catholics.
How did Halloween start?
What is known as Halloween today started more than 2,000 years ago as the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, also celebrating the end of the season and coming into winter. Samhain is celebrated on November 1st. The night before, which is October 31st, was believed that the dead would turn into ghosts. In order to keep them away, people would leave food and wine on their doorstep. If they wanted to leave their house, they would wear masks so they could be mistaken as ghosts themselves. Later, the Christian church turned Samhain into All Saints' Day, and by the 8th century it was called All Hallows. October 31st became All Hallows' Eve, which later turned into Halloween. Okay, that's Halloween, but where did trick-or-treating come from? The tradition of trick-or-treating came from practices in medieval Great Britain called souling and guising. Souling happened on November 2nd, when the needy would go from door to door asking for pastries known as soul cakes. In return, they would pray for dead relatives. Guising is when young people would dress up in costumes and accept food, wine, and gold, and in return, they would perform with singing or telling jokes. When the Irish and Scottish people immigrated to America, they brought these traditions, which later evolved into trick-or-treating. All around the United States, different people participate in Halloween in different ways. One major way is coming to Salem, Massachusetts. Salem is one of the most popular places to spend on Halloween, with celebrations starting on the first day of October. But how did Salem actually adopt the holiday as its own?
The witch trials happened here.
The Salem witch trials happened in 1692, when 19 people were accused of being witches and were hanged if found guilty of witchcraft. In 1953, the story of the Salem witch trials came back to light with Arthur Miller's play, The Crucible. In 1982, Salem started Haunted Happenings, which later became a month-long event. A chance for tourists to come and explore the city and its history. Finally, in 1992, the Salem Witch Trials Memorial was unveiled for locals and tourists to remember those accused. You're probably wondering, do witches actually exist? Well, they do. They're known as modern-day witches, and many of them have called Salem their home, and they actually continue to celebrate Samhain to this day. Halloween has evolved into a holiday anyone can celebrate. So whether you're casting spells or collecting candy, just make sure you watch out for that full moon.